it's a heart issue. What has caused your heart to be in such disarray that you would slander with your mouth? What has caused our heart to be so contaminated that what comes out is defamation of someone's character, or to make someone look in a bad light, whether it is on purpose or not on purpose. Nevertheless, we're still acting out of a heart that's been wounded or bitter or hurt. Our action says a lot. What comes out of our mouth really tells what's on the inside of us.
Well, and it usually means that we're trying to look better than them.
Possibly.
There's a pride issue there.
Because when I was growing up, I could hear my relatives on the phone. And I could hear them saying, "Did you know? I just thought I'd call you. I thought I'd share this with you. I just thought you need to be on the inside." Those are innuendos. Those are things saying, you need to know this slander. You need to know what's happening with so and so, so and so. And I don't think they were doing it out of being mischievous or hurtful. I just think they have given themselves to gossip and backbiting and not knowing how serious a matter it is, because it's listed in there with all the other sexual murder. I mean, it ranks right up there with them. It's not a small thing.
Right.
And I think I don't know about men, but some women, it is so easy to just find yourself there, you know, whispering in somebody's ear, whispering, you know, and casting a bad light on them.
You know why? You said it's as high up there as murder and all that. Well, the word says that hate is as murder. And when you speak evil of someone and you speak that to someone else, you're casting a bad light on them, but you're creating a feeling in them. And then there's the possibility of course they're going to carry that feeling on because of what you said about that person, but that starts to sow a seed inside of them, and then they start disliking that person and on, and so sometimes that can result in hate. And so that would be why, because of the seed that's planted, it produces hate in people's hearts.
It does.
Or they're suspicious of the person. They may not dislike them, but they're suspicious. And we create suspicion in one another about others. And one of the things that we didn't cover on slander is the look. To give a look about someone. When you're just out on the street, you see somebody and you give a look, or somebody asks you, "Do you know so and so?" and you give a look. You know, and that's really difficult to not give that look.
Yes, it is.
You know, because something shoots across your mind and you're like, yeah, I do know.
Yeah.
You give a look, and that look is all that other person needed to be suspicious about the one they just asked you about.
Because then the question comes, what happened? Well, what do you know?
Yeah.
And it doesn't do any good for the person that they're asking to say, "Well, I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to say that you already did go there."
Already did.
Whether you said it with your mouth, you did it with your countenance.
Caused it in their
And
heart.
even your body language.
Yes.
You know, somebody says something, you go,
Yeah.
you know, you really have said something.
Yeah,
You know, your body language speaks volumes.
Absolutely.
absolutely.
It really does.
And we all have, probably all have a few problems of things like that. And it's things we have to deal with and things we have to, they're serious before the Lord.
They're absolutely.
They're very serious before the Lord.
Yeah.
And the word defile, you said it defiles you. Defile means to make unclean and impure. You cannot be in the presence of God and be unclean.
No.
The only way an unclean person can be in the presence of God is through repentance.
Yes.
Yeah.
But if we've made ourselves unclean, and we can,
Yes, we can.
by the words of our mouth,
Yes.
by the evil eye or the evil tongue,
Yes.
and these other things that we discussed tonight, we make ourselves unclean.
Yeah. One of the descriptions in there was a wagging tongue.
Mm-hmm.
It's a tongue always.
Yes, always got
moving.
something to
Yeah,
say about
always got
something or somebody.
That's good.
And somehow people seem to think that in order to have conversation, they have to talk about someone. There ain't nothing else to say.
That's because they don't know anything else. I think sometimes that's a lack of intelligence. They don't have any other thing to talk about except somebody else.
Well, we've spent more time on that person
Yeah.
than we have on life itself.
Right.
Or we've spent more time gaining some kind of knowledge about a people
Yes.
rather than gaining understanding,
Right.
educating ourselves in things that really matter in
Right.
life.
Absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely true.
Are you done with that one?
I think I'm done with that one.
Okay, well, we didn't cover brawling, which we just talked about it being contentious and combative. I always think Medea when I think brawling. Not slander or anything, I'm just saying.
Well, 'cause I think brawling is actual fighting. I think
Yeah.
it is actual contact with
Well,
someone.
it's also, the definitions of it though are also contention.
Yeah.
And you can be contentious. It's really to put yourself at opposition with someone.
Yeah.
And you can do that with words, you can do that with attitude,
Yes.
you can do that with your fists, you can do that with different things, with rejection,
Yes.
with silence.
Yes.
You can brawl with silence.
Yes.
But it also talks about shouting and being loud.
Yeah.
And you know what, I'm sure you've been in situations where you've been around women who are just really
Yeah.
loud.
Get down.
Tough guy, loud women,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and you know, the ones that are gonna, you know, knock you out and beat you up and, you know, take you down and, Augustine.
You're up.
Ju-
Constantine?
No, it wasn't Constantine. He talked about it when in Torah Law or Grace book, but how he hated the Jewish people so bad that he taught against them, and that's how Christians